here. Welcome everyone to Green and Clean with doTERRA Essential Oils. I am Angela Sutherland, your host. I am a holistic health coach, and you can reach me at healthylivingchick.com. I have a beautiful family with my oldest daughter and 3 younger daughters that were born in China, and my wonderful husband, they're alongside of me. Today, we're going to talk about some facts with household cleaners. Many household cleaners contain toxic chemicals, and these chemicals may cause short-term and long-term health problems when we use them. You can visit ewg.org to check your cleaners. And a few years ago, I was very surprised when looking at my cleaners how terribly they rated. So how they rate them are A, B, C, D, and F, just like you would grades in an education system. So most of my cleaners were D's and F, and some of the things that you might not think of are laundry, cleaners that even air fresheners or plug-ins, those type of things, I rate really low in on this website, ewg.org. It stands for Environmental Working Group. Children are often more vulnerable to chemical exposure during development stages, and certain chemicals may interfere with the development of their neurological, endocrine, and immune systems. As a mom with a child with special needs, I totally and completely get this, because neurological function is delayed whenever there are chemical exposure. My daughter came home young, and we've done a lot of testing, and her testing for heavy metals was off the charts when she first came home. And it's been neat to see the different methods that we've used to bring those down, and we're still working on a couple of them, bringing them down as well with our nurse, with our healthcare practitioner, our physician. Younger children have higher respiratory rates than adults. Therefore, they absorb more air contaminants per unit of weight, meaning they experience a higher inhaled dose. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the air inside a home, a typical home, is 200 to 500% more polluted than the air outside, mainly due to our toxic household cleaning products. Wow, and there's a couple of different links at the bottom there that you can read more about those. We can control the air we breathe, the things that we do on the inside of our home, but the air we breathe and things that we do on the outside of our home is really out of our control. So a couple more facts. Women who work at home have a 54% higher death rate from cancer than those who work away from the home. And as a stay-at-home mom, this is a concern. About 20 years ago, I started my research when my mother-in-law had cancer. She did pass away, but that's when my research began with chemicals and how to live a healthier lifestyle. Genetics load the gun, but diet and lifestyle and the things that we clean with actually pull the trigger, and that causes dis-ease in the body. So after a 15-year study, it was concluded that as a direct result of much higher exposure rate to toxic chemicals in common household products. So the 15-year study concluded it was as a direct result of the much higher exposure to toxic chemicals in common household products. And this is a 1990 study. Just think about how many more chemicals we have now. We are in 2018. Now in 2009, the Environmental Working Group, the ewg.org site, commissioned 5 laboratories to examine the umbilical cord blood of babies of African American, Hispanic, and Asian heritage, and found more than 200 chemicals in each of these newborns. So it just makes me want to reach out to all pregnant moms and just share this information with them, because this is important for the life of their child. Trust me, I have a child with learning disabilities based upon these chemicals. It is easy to clean with essential oils. Essential oils are safe and effective. Homemade cleaners are inexpensive. Cleaning with doTERRA essential oils make your house smell great, and you benefit from breathing the oils in. No need for rubber gloves unless it's just to protect your nails. Making your own cleaners greatly reduces harmful chemicals inside of your home. And I love to diffuse essential oils. And one of those oils that I love to diffuse is OnGuard. And the reason why I'd like to do that is because it has so many different amazing properties that protect our bodies that can also cleanse our air. So that's why a lot of our products that I'm going to be talking about contain the OnGuard essential oil blend. So a blend just means there are single oils in it that are put together to make a blend. So the single oils that are in the OnGuard blend are cinnamon, wild orange, clove, rosemary, eucalyptus. And these essential oils contain antifungal, which just means to prevent fungal growth, antibacterial properties, which aids against bacteria, antimicrobial properties, which kills microorganisms or stops their growth, antiviral properties, which are effective against viruses. OnGuard is an awesome oil that I use for my body too. Okay, now also lemon and lavender are excellent to put in your diffuser, and as we will see in a minute, they have antiviral and antifungal properties, and they can be exchanged in some of the recipes that I'm about to share with you. And the studies at the bottom of this slide show that a new machine in Why Then Shall We Hospital, which is located in England, was found to be effective in the battle against the superbug, MRSA. Now this was research done in 2007. And what they did was they took essential oils and they diffused them in the air with a vaporizer. And what they found was airborne bacterial counts dropped by 90%. Okay, let me say that again. Dropped by 90%, and infections were reduced during the 9-month trial that they did this. And also the PubMed.gov website that you see the link below. This is a website that I love to look at when I'm talking about essential oils because it actually shows specific studies and research. And so this particular one had to do with antifungal properties, and it's talking about clove, lavender, and eucalyptus. So clove and eucalyptus both were in our OnGuard blend. And what they found was clove especially improved indoor air quality. So when I am diffusing my essential oil of OnGuard or even clove, it's a single oil, then I am improving my indoor air quality. And these three, clove, eucalyptus, and lavender, perform better than traditional cleaning compounds such as vinegar. So imagine when we add vinegar with our essential oils, imagine the power we're getting behind that. Also remember, there are no legal requirements for ingredient labeling on chemicals. Isn't that a little bit scary? As you see in this picture, a mom and a daughter, and we talked about earlier, protecting your hands against chemicals, you would normally wear rubber gloves. However, with us using these natural approaches, no need for rubber gloves unless it is just to protect your nails. But if I could show you something cheap, all natural, and effective to clean with, would that be something that you would be interested in? Why green clean? Well, let's see, it's safe for you and your family. We've established that. It's easy on the pocketbook, highly effective, environmentally friendly. These are the must-have basics that you will need. Baking soda, white vinegar, castile soap, salt, rubbing alcohol, doTERRA fractionated coconut oil or olive oil, and doTERRA essential oils. So the salt is not necessarily in the ingredients list that I'm about to show you some recipes, but salt has been used with lemon, someone told me just this week, for a stain, a rust stain in their shower. They were able to use just salt and lemon essential oil mixed together and put on that stain, and it came completely out. So cool. So they are very effective. Hand soap. I love using our essential oils in our hand soap. Why? Because if I look at that ewg.org and other soaps, there are a lot of chemicals being used. But if you just use the basics, Castile soap, you know, and essential oils and water, that is a great cleaner. So you can use a fractionated coconut oil or another carrier oil for as a moisturizer if you want to, but typically I want to get things done quickly. So I would just use the Castile soap, 1/3 full, and essential oils. Now here are some options that you could use. 5 drops peppermint, 5 drops melaleuca. Melaleuca is an excellent cleaner. Now remember, you also need a foaming soap dispenser, not a regular soap dispenser. There's a big difference there. The regular one will spew liquid. The foaming will actually create a foam. 10 drops of OnGuard is another option, or you can use any of our citrus oils for this as well. Many great options. This slide talks about a wood polish or wood cleaner. Now I prefer to use olive oil with a little bit of lemon on my washcloth, and I will actually use this on our cabinets, our tables, wooden tables, but a great thing I use it on is our stainless steel appliances. All you need is olive oil, again, and lemon. But this whole recipe is an excellent wood cleaner as well. You would just put it on with a microfiber cloth and repeat as needed. The mirror and glass cleaner. This is effective for cleaning windows and mirrors using a microfiber cloth. You would just take water, a little bit of vinegar, and a little bit of rubbing alcohol, add your essential oil of peppermint, and spray the area. You can use newspapers, which are very effective, as well as the microfiber cloth. All-purpose cleaning spray. Here we just use vinegar, water, and 30 drops of essential oils. Some of the options that you could choose from are lemon, lavender, 15 of each, or eucalyptus, peppermint, and wild orange, 10 of each of those, or just straight OnGuard, 30, or 15 drops of grapefruit and 15 of OnGuard. You're gonna add those ingredients together and shake. I like to share, you can get these bottles from any type of dollar store, literally a dollar store for $1. And if you wanted to upcycle one of your glass containers, then you could. One of the bottles that I currently have contains our OnGuard Concentrate, which I will talk about in a moment, but it is a Worcestershire bottle. That is glass that I cleaned, and then I stuck the sprayer top from my $1 bottle that I bought at the dollar store and used it there. Another upcycle is to take a Bragg's apple cider vinegar bottle that's larger. You can make more of a all-purpose cleaning spray to use, and it'll last you longer, but it is glass, so might be mindful of children. But you can also just stick the sprayer on that as well. So that's a couple of upcycle ideas for you. So the OnGuard Concentrate that I mentioned earlier is an excellent cleaner alone. It has a couple of recipes on the side of the bottle that you can use, a couple of tablespoons of the all-purpose concentrate in a 24-ounce spray bottle with water is very effective. You can add 3 tablespoons if you would like. But on the side of the concentrate bottle, you will see 3 different ways to use this concentrate. Now this concentrate lasts me almost 1 year because a little bit goes a long way. And when I run out of dish soap, my children actually do a lot of the dishes. And when they forget to tell me, and we don't have any, I will reach for this OnGuard Concentrate that can also be used for dishes, as well as you can use it to clean the bathroom as well. So it's excellent for bathrooms, cleaning different spots, like maybe you have stickiness or hard to remove spots on your laundry or other places in your home. Try just to put some OnGuard Concentrate on it. You can also use it for stain remover in your laundry, as well as you could spray it on toys after a play date. Or you can even fill your sink up with water and soak the toys in the cleaner concentrate. It's very safe. And then I already mentioned the dishes. Natural toilet cleaning pods. Now, if you're like me, you're either going to pre-make these and keep them, or you're just going to sprinkle a little baking soda in the toilet bowl if you want more of a scrubbing. And then I add a little bit of lemon essential oil to the bowl and then scrub it that way. But most of the time, we clean on a pretty regular basis. I'll either use the OnGuard Concentrate or the all-purpose spray, or a spray with vinegar and just spray that inside the bowl and then wipe clean. But this is a great idea, just using baking soda and citric acid, which you can find at pretty much any of your shopping stores, Walmart, Kroger, any place like that, as well as your Castile soap and the Purify cleansing blend. And then the directions are at the bottom. Soft scrub cleaner. This is one of my absolute favorites because when you have that ring around the tub, or you have children or people using makeup in the sink and you have that brown stain, you need something a little bit stronger in order to clean it with. So I'll turn to the soft scrub cleaner. This is my absolute favorite cleaning product for those types of jobs. And we're going to use baking soda, Castile soap, water, vinegar, lemon oil, or you can even use lavender here. Now, if it starts to get too hard, then you can just add a little bit more water, mix, and use like you normally would. But I do make quite a bit of this and put it in a bowl, and I label it so everyone knows what it is, and use a scrubbing brush and use that for cleaning these types of surfaces. Now, room sprays. Room sprays are excellent, and it replaces any type of room spray that you see. I know when I go to businesses or when I go just different places outside of my home, you always see the chemical spray. We don't need that chemical spray. The essential oils are very effective with reducing odor. So what you would use, or if you want to spritz up your home before company comes, you can just spray your room spray that we're about to make. And there's two ingredients, water and oil. So a couple of my favorites that we like the most are citrus bliss. Even adding citrus bliss with cinnamon is wonderful. Ginger, clove, and cinnamon is excellent. And if you have just the more citrusy ones and you like that smell, then you can use lemon, grapefruit, as well as lime. Depending on what size bottle you have, if you want to upcycle a 15 milliliter essential oil bottle, you could add a sprayer to it for maybe 25 cents or so. Then that becomes your bottle. And this is great for taking when you're out of town. You can take it and put it on the back of the toilet when you were in the hotel room. Or you could do a little bit larger bottles or a very large bottle like you see here. Carpet Fresh. What I do here is I take I upcycle a spice container and put in my baking soda and then drop in my essential oils. My favorite is Citrus Bliss, but if you have a stinky area, maybe you have pets or you want to spruce up your carpet in your car, then you can choose any of our citrus essential oils or Purify. Purify will be helpful in removing the heavier smells and lifting that. But you would just use two ingredients. So this would take the place of the carpet sprinkle that your mom used to use that was a chemical. You look it up on ewg.org, you'll see what I'm talking about. But you would actually just sprinkle this, add those two together, shake it up, and sprinkle it on your carpets and leave it for 1 to 2 hours and vacuum it up. I love to use this in my car. And I also like to use it on mattresses. When I wash all the all the sheets, then I sprinkle it on my mattresses and it just gives them a boost. Leather polish. Okay, any leather that we have in our home or even our purse, you could use this on. And anytime I do this, I always say to test these products just to be sure. But this is a very effective fractionated coconut oil with a little bit of vinegar. And then your eucalyptus essential oil for this leather polish. Mix these up and spray it on a cloth and you're good to go. I mentioned earlier a little bit about laundry using our OnGuard laundry detergent, as you see here. This is my favorite when we are sick, and we use this for our sheets. When we remove them from the bed, when we're sick, we try to get new toothbrushes and change the sheets. OnGuard laundry detergent is excellent for this. Also, whenever we get clothes from someone else that maybe uses a harsher chemical, my children are very sensitive to chemicals. As you will see in our next class in 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about digestive system and how our environment and things that we do affect that. But the OnGuard laundry detergent is excellent to remove the strong smell of those other chemicals that are in that clothing. So this is a recipe for homemade softener, fabric softener. We're going to use 1/4 cup of vinegar, 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda, and you can just put these two, yes, they will have a chemical reaction. You can put these two in your fabric softener compartment of your HE washer, and then you're going to add your essential oils. So I like to use clove plus lemon, but also you can use Purify. You know, everybody likes something a little bit different. So I'll tell you, my daughter is at college, and she uses 10 drops of Purify on every load of laundry. But what she does is she has the older style of washer. She will wait till the water fills to the top, and then she will add 10 drops of the Purify essential oil. And she said, Mom, if I forget my laundry, and, in the washer or in the dryer, my laundry still smells great. So she uses that all the time. Floor cleaner. This is important because the biggest pores are on our feet. And when we walk in our home, any type of chemical that is on the floor is going to be absorbed in our bloodstream through the pores on the bottoms of our feet. So we want to use a natural floor cleaner. One that I found that works great, especially for kitchens and bathrooms and places like that, you can use either a bucket or a sink full of hot water, also with white vinegar and some essential oil. I prefer wild orange or lemon, but other great choices are peppermint and Purify. And if you're used to your mom's pine smell, you can add in Siberian fir or another type of tree oil. Now, if the floor is really dirty, add a squirt of that Castile soap. And to disinfect the floor, add about 10 drops of lemon and 4 drops of oregano to the cleaning water. Now, this is tips for stains. We talked a bit about stains with laundry. We can use that OnGuard Concentrate or even lemon. But also, lemon is powerful. It can remove paint. A friend of mine had paint she spilled in her garage. She grabbed her lemon and it came right up. Now, you can also use it for black marker, black shoe polish, even if it's on carpets, to remove gum, grease, and vinegar or tonic water. It's great to remove stains from carpets. To use lemon, simply apply a few drops to a soft cloth and rub the stain. Now, produce. Our food is important, right? Even if we buy organic food, sometimes that food sits in a warehouse longer than it should, and I'm sure they've had to put some type of, whether it's organic or not, some type of something on it to keep the produce fresh between the time it's picked and it arrives at our grocery store. So what we can do to clean our produce and want to keep our families as healthy and safe as possible is we can fill our sink with cool water, add 4 to 6 drops of lemon essential oil, a little bit of baking soda, and then we're going to leave all of our fruit in there for 20 minutes. Now, if the fruit is more porous, such as strawberries, then we want to leave that in for a smaller amount of time, maybe 10 minutes. This is going to be great just to remove any residue that we do not want to put inside of our bodies. Let's see. Next is why doTERRA essential oils. But first, I want to share one story that I just heard actually yesterday from someone that was using a chemical spray on their yard at home, and they actually did not dilute it properly, And they were doing it with bare feet. And you know, as we talked about with our floor cleaning a moment ago, our feet has a large amount of pores. But using that chemical out in the yard, I know we're not putting that chemical as particular in our homes, but just as an example, he was using that with, it wasn't diluted like it should have been. He's actually in a wheelchair. That's pretty scary stuff. So just to say, chemicals are strong and toxic. So why doTERRA essential oils? They are certified pure, the only brand that is CPTG, certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, 100% guaranteed, no solvents, no harmful chemicals, and we are the only company that have lab results that you can look at to see the results of how each batch was tested. And they are cost effective. Most cleaning oils cost pennies per drop, and you can get up to 30% back through the Loyalty Rewards program. So if you are watching and you decide that, you know, this is something that I want to incorporate into my home, into my family, to protect them, not only for their physical, emotional, spiritual well-being, but also for the cleaning aspect, then you would want to consider the Loyalty Rewards program, where you actually earn points back, up to 30% back on each order that you do, kind of like a frequent flyer program. And just to give you an example of that Purify that we talked about, it ends up being about 7 cents per drop. And remember, a little bit goes a very long way. So my question to you is, are you ready? Are you ready to join? Are you ready to join us? Us as our doTERRA team. There is never going to be the perfect time, but now is a great time. So let's get started. Now let me give you a couple of kit options here that we mentioned, several of these essential oils. So there are different kits for different budgets. There are larger kits and there are smaller kits. But I'm going to show you 2 options, and you can get with the person that invited you to this class. You can get with them and talk about the different options. So with this particular kit, it's called the Home Essentials Kit. It's actually going to save you $86 if you were to buy each of these products out separately. Then it would cost you a little bit more, $86 more. But they put these in a kit for $275. So this is 10 of our main essential oils. And this kit has a lot of options when we're talking about using for your family. So let's just talk about a couple of the oils that we already talked about for cleaning. We talked about lemon, lavender, peppermint, melaleuca, and oregano. Now, frankincense is going to be excellent for cellular support, as well as anything else that I don't know what it is. I'm going to turn to frankincense. Remember, frankincense is the king of the oils. As an example, the other day, I had my finger that turned blue, and I couldn't feel it. It was numb. So I took my frankincense and put a little bit on. Really didn't think any more about it. A couple hours later, I looked down and realized my finger was no longer numb, and it wasn't blue. So I'm not sure what occurred, but I was thankful for that quick fix. So OnGuard, we mentioned. Digestin is going to be great to support the digestive system. Breathe is excellent for opening airways. Deep Blue is going to be great for any muscle support. And this kit, you receive a pedal diffuser. Now these bottles are the larger bottles, containing 250 drops each, and the kit cost is only $275. Now this other kit, our Family Essentials Kit, has this small bottles, the same exact essential oils I just mentioned for $150. The bonus here, instead of the diffuser, you will receive peppermint and OnGuard beadlets. Now these are excellent to put in your backpack or your purse. They contain 1 drop of the actual essential oil. It is great for on the go. So let's get started with oils. This month, the month of April, you can receive 50 product credits for your qualified order, and that includes either of the kits that I just mentioned. 100 PV, or product value, is the minimal order, which both of these kits go right into that. So you will actually receive next month 50 free product credits, which means you basically get $50 worth of free products, okay? So that's only the month of April. This is my contact information. I'm Angela Sutherland. You can look at my website and things at healthylivingchick.com, as well as contact me at Angela@healthylivingchick.com. Thank you guys for joining me, and have a blessed day.